So, you've got this dream, right? Moving to Canada. But let's be real, you've probably slammed right into the express entry wall. The crazy high points, the competition, it just feels impossible sometimes. I get it. But what if I told you there's another way, a smarter way, a path that most people don't even know exists? Let's dig in.
This idea right here changes everything. It completely flips the script on how you should be thinking about immigrating to Canada. Forget fighting a million other people for a spot in a huge city. The real goal is to find that one small town that is actively, desperately looking for someone exactly like you. I mean, are you sick of it? Obsessively checking your CRS score, retaking that language test for the 10th time, just feeling like a number in some giant faceless system. You watch those draw scores creep up, and your own hope just sinks. It is absolutely exhausting. Well, guess what? Today, we are done with all that frustration. We're going to talk about a pathway that's built for people, not for points. One that actually values your skills and your desire to be part of a community. So let's map out a real plan right now. Okay, so what is this secret pathway? It's called the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot, or as we call it, RNIP. And trust me, this program could be the thing that changes your entire Canadian journey. Now listen closely, because this is the most important part. With RNIP, the decision isn't made by some cold computer algorithm in Ottawa. No, it's being made by real people, in real towns, who are literally trying to build a future for their community. And they get to pick you, directly. And you have to understand why this program even exists. This isn't just some nice government idea. It's a solution to a huge, urgent problem. These towns are shrinking. They have hospitals without enough nurses. They have factories with no one to run the machines. They have jobs, they have houses, they have everything, except people. They need you. And because they need you so badly, the numbers are just ridiculously in your favor. Think about this. RNIP gets less than 10% of the applicants that Express Entry does for a similar number of spots. That means your odds of getting in are literally 10 times better. 10 times. Just look at this breakdown. It shows you just how different this game is. With Express Entry, you're chasing that impossibly high CRS score. With RNIP, no CRS score required at all. Language level? A CLB 5. That's way more achievable than the 7 or 8 you need for Express Entry. A high school diploma can be enough. It's just a more human, more accessible path. Okay, so right now you're probably thinking, this sounds incredible, but come on, can I actually qualify? Let's find out. We're going to break it down into a super simple checklist, no fluff. Here they are, your 3 must-haves. But I want you to look really, really closely at that first one. You can get a community recommendation before you even have a job. That right there, that is the ultimate game changer. It's the key that unlocks the door for so many people who already have the language and the experience. And hey, let's get something straight about skilled work experience. Please get the idea of I have to be a doctor or a software engineer out of your head. That's not what this is about. These communities are desperate for people in what we call Tier 3 roles. A care aide, a forklift operator, a supervisor at a store. These are the skills that build a community. Your skills are valuable here. All right, so if you're ticking those boxes, now we get to the fun part, the really exciting part. Where could you actually live? This isn't a list of restrictions. It's an invitation to handpick your new Canadian hometown. And look at this. These towns are all across the country. We've got a whole bunch in Ontario, a few out in the prairies in Alberta and Saskatchewan, some gorgeous spots in British Columbia, and even one out on the East Coast. Each one of these places is unique. Your job, your first strategic mission, is to look at this list and find the one that just feels right for you. So, how do you pick? Let's do a little coaching session right now. If your top priority is a lower cost of living, a place where your money goes further and people actually know their neighbors, you might want to look really hard at places like Hearst in Ontario or Wetaskiwin in Alberta. But maybe that's not you. Maybe you've got strong French skills, or you're thinking about university for yourself or your kids down the line. Well, then you'd be looking at a place like Hearst, which is proudly bilingual, or towns like Sudbury and Thunder Bay, which have major universities right there. See? It's about matching the town to your goals. And sometimes it's not about spreadsheets or logic at all. It's about a feeling. Just listen to Amina's story. She saw a video of a potluck, a simple community dinner, and she just knew. She felt that connection. That's what this is really all about. Finding where you belong. Okay, let's get down to business. Let's talk strategy. I'm going to walk you through the absolute most powerful way to do this, and that's by getting the community's recommendation before you even start applying for jobs. This is your roadmap. 6 simple steps. You pick your town, you go to their website, and you submit what's called an expression of interest. You're basically raising your hand and saying, hey, I'm interested in you. And once you get that official recommendation letter back from them, bam, you become a top candidate. Finding a job gets so much easier. Now, on that form, there's one question that will make or break your application. It's the why this community question. And this right here, this is what you should not write. This is generic, it's boring, it shows you've done 0 research, and your application will go straight into the no pile. Instead, look at this. This is how you win. This is specific, it's personal, it shows you actually looked up their town, you understand what they're about, and you've already pictured yourself being a part of it. This is what gets you that yes. And Rajiv's story just says it all, doesn't it? He's a welder, he didn't have a PhD, he didn't work in big tech, he just had a skill that a town needed, and he had the courage to show up. This program isn't about being the fanciest applicant on paper, it's about being the right applicant for that community. Okay, look, information is fantastic, but it's action that changes your life. So I'm not just going to leave you with ideas, I am issuing you a challenge. A clear, simple plan to get your RNIP journey started in the next 48 hours. No more waiting, let's go. This is it. Simple, right? I want you to pick one town. Don't overthink it, just pick one. Go to their website tonight, fill out that form using the powerful example we just talked about, and hit send. Then, as a bonus, go find a Facebook job group for that town. Taking these tiny steps builds momentum and turns this dream into an actual, real-life plan. That's all it takes to start. One application to one community that's waiting for someone just like you. All you need is one yes. So the only question left is, are you ready to go get it? Your new life in Canada could be just one click away.